Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. My god, has it been a long time since I've done something like this? And I'm not going to lie to you, I am quite nervous, but I am glad that we're doing today's live stream. So I'm going to be trying something a little bit more different, and I'm going to maybe, we'll see how it goes, but I'll perhaps use this video or I'll use this live stream to make a video for the main channel, but we'll have to see. Because this is actually quite experimental what I'm doing here. By the way, let me know if the audio sounds weird. So if it's like clipping or if it's too quiet or anything like that, just let me know. And also, are you guys feeling music or no music? What are we thinking? And as I was saying, hello everybody. Hi, Goofy Stick, Jocker Pro, welcome to the stream. But I was thinking, should we have music? Should we not have music? And also, if this stream goes well, I want to maybe use it as a video on the live channel, on the main channel. So we'll see how it goes today. So if we do go music, what are we thinking? I'm thinking we go for some good old classical music. Let me check this out here. Classical music. By the way, guys, just let me know if any of the audio levels or anything just don't sound right, because I do not want to accidentally be deafening you. Okay. And then. Okay. That looks good. Hopefully we have some. Mic audio is only on left headphone. Okay. I know what that is. Give me 1 second to fix that. Hold on, there is a way to fix this. It's because the stupid audio interface, what they do is they have it go into one side. So let me just fix that. Focusrite fix OBS. That's so annoying. Only a one ear. Give me 1 second and it will be fixed. Let me see. How is everyone's day going so far? Click on the advanced button. I should have spotted this beforehand. Properties. Oh, where is this? Advanced audio properties. Okay. Mic. Okay, this should be fixed now. Let me know if it's fixed. But anyways, let's get into the video then. So I'm gonna try do this like a video, but you guys are gonna be featured here too. Okay, so hold on, I can just remove all of this. Yeah, sorry, it should now be in both ears. So, you may have heard, if you're on the internet a lot, that something called vibe coding has been exploding. And it's essentially the idea where you're coding, but instead of typing in typical code like print or for loops or if statements, we actually speak in our native language. So in today's instance, English. And as you can see, there's a nice Wikipedia article on it here. And as you can see, vibe coding is an artificial intelligence assisted software development. Yes, that is a mouthful. Style popularized by this guy in the early 2025, aka this year. And it describes a chatbot-based approach to creating software. So, if you've been spending any time on Roblox, we're going to see, if we literally go roblox.com right now. Oh, I'm not logged on in this browser. But Grow a Garden on Row Trends, we're going to see that this is it Row Trends or is it Row Stats? I always get them mixed up. But anyways, we can see Grow a Garden here is absolutely destroying play counts on Roblox and in the world. In fact, I think it is now the most played game in the world, including Fortnite, Minecraft, etc. Can we see the current? There we go. Yeah, look. If we can have a look here. Oh, this isn't very precise. But we can see here that they're hitting insane amounts of players. And that's why today I decided that we're going to try replicate this through vibe coding. And vibe coding is supposed to be, or allegedly, it's more accessible to people who've never programmed before. So I'm going to take this from a brand new approach. I've never vibe coded before in my life, so this is a brand new experience for me. But let me get it up here. I did some fiddling around with my streaming software, and now I don't have to change the scene manually. So now, hopefully, every time I swap to a different window, it will automatically swap along. So you may have heard of tools like Cursor, Claude Code, which I talked about in my last video. Has this worked? Yes, it has. And this is why I'm going to be using a specifically focused at AI code editor. So this is called Grow a Cookie Tag. But this is called Windsurf, and it's essentially a text editor that's focused on integrating AI into your workflow. So as you can see here on the right, we have something called Cascade, which is essentially an AI that we can talk to. Then here I have my terminals open, so we can have, come on, what's going on here? Seriously? Are these just going to show blank? But I have one terminal running Rodro serve. We might just have to restart these, so let's Rodro serve, and then I should have the compiler going, which is npm run watch. And I'm going to be using a Roblox TS project here. So if you're not familiar with Roblox TS, it's basically a way of coding Roblox in TypeScript, which is a different coding language which is safer to write in because all the types are defined. In simple words, it's essentially a way of making code that's more stable. And what we're going to do is we're going to be syncing from here into our Roblox Studio project right here. We'll reconnect Rodro, and then any changes I make in here should then be reflected over here. Anyways, let's have a little talk about what I'm going to be using here. So I have a tool here called, let's just clear this out. I have a tool here called Claude Code, and essentially it's built on top of, why did it? Yeah, there we go. It's essentially built on top of the Anthropic AI, so Claude AI. And I'm also going to be using something but a MCP server. So let me see if I can show you here what an MCP server is. So I only recently learned about what an MCP server is. I think it's also made by Anthropic. This is the documentation for it. But essentially, it acts as in fact, I think they have a really good description on it. Yeah. MCP is an open protocol that standardizes how applications provide context to large LLM models. Think of MCP like a USB-C port for AI applications. So it essentially just allows the AI to integrate with tools. And it provides maybe memory or methods that the AI can use. I ain't the best coder, but I vibe code sometimes, but I don't rely on AI, unlike some people. Warp, this is Warp. I'm not sure what Warp is, but if you could explain that to me, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, it's really interesting, and I think, well, I know Roblox Studio actually provides an MCP server themselves. As you can see, they made a DevFront post on it. And that means that our AI tools can actually interact with Roblox Studio. I'll show you what that means in a second. And as you can see, they actually have a GitHub repository on it. Also, if you guys know how GitHub works, I actually have a GitHub repo going right now. Let's see if we can find it. It's this one. And so if you want to follow along, you can go down here and you can maybe clone it yourself and start working on it. Anyways, let's move on to actually getting started. I'm actually going to show you what this MCP server can do for us. So, you know, this is my first time actually trying to vibe code. So if any of you guys have any advice, I'd highly appreciate that. Hi, welcome to the chat, the studios. And I'm not sure whether it's better to use the Cascade chat or if it's better to use the Claude Code chat. So if anybody has any expertise on that, please do let me know. Of course, I have my trusty water here. Okay, I almost just spilled it anywhere, but that's besides the point. And I just want to demonstrate what the MCP server can do for us. I'm going to try using the chat here. As you can see, the MCP server is connected to this Cascade AI here. And if I type MCP in Claude Code, no, that did not work, /MCP. Okay, I broke him. There we go. You can see that we're connected to the Roblox Studio MCP server. And let's actually try see what the MCP server can do here. So let's ask it to generate a 3D pig. Now, hopefully, using the MCP server, this should actually make a pig. So let's see, it's doing all of this stuff, and it should have access to the MCP server. planning. It's interesting how these AIs work. And you see, it's thinking of what it's going to do, and then now hopefully he's gonna do it through the MCP server. What are we doing right now? What we're doing is we are creating a game, but instead of coding, we're going to be using purely AI to make it. And it's called vibe coding. So let's see. I don't understand what generating. Oh, yep. So use the MCP tool, and let's see if it actually added it in Studio. And oh my god, we have a pig in Roblox Studio. I mean, his nose or his snout, sorry, maybe not the best placement, but you know what? But for the first 10 prompts, it loses context and freaks out. Damn. Yeah, and actually the MCP plugin is inside of Studio now, which I can toggle. But wow, I can't even hate on this. This could be so much worse. Anyways, let's get started. So obviously we're going to need to work on a map here, and I feel like it's going to be complicated to explain it to the AIs. Does anybody know any good models that can make 3D models? Because we might be hitting some roadblocks in a second. Roadblocks, not Roblox, in a second, but we'll have to see how that goes. So as I remember correctly, Grow Garden basically just has a couple of plots and a base plate. So, okay, let's see. Can you please make a grass base plate and then add around 3 pens, which are essentially gardens, and surround the gardens in fences. I know it's important to be specific with these models, and also while I'm thinking of more to add to the prompt, what are your guys' opinions on AI in development? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's gonna take over development, or do you think you're quite optimistic about it and you're looking forward to implement it into your workflow? Add around 3 pens, which are essentially gardens, and surrounding the gardens are fences, and add a spawn point and then a sign on the fence of each garden. This is going to be tricky. I wonder how the AI does on this. Didn't Roblox release a 3D generator? But it sucks. Yeah, I actually heard about the Roblox AI and assistant, but I've also heard lots of things that it's not that great. AI is cool. There are places where it can be used. Do you think there's any places where it can't be used, perhaps? Let's see. Is it gonna load in? It seems to understand what I want it to do. And the thing is, vibe coding doesn't necessarily always mean you can just sit back and do nothing. You can also help it along, nudge it, maybe do some of your own changes to the code if you want. AI is surely going to speed up the workflow, and is probably going to make Rojo more mainstream for development. Yeah, I'm not sure how Roblox is doing with adding in their own tooling here. Okay, so it looks like he's finished here doing his work. I mean, this isn't quite what I was hoping for. So let's see if we can tell it to refactor that. So can you make the fence more fence-like? And also, can you make the base plate smooth plastic? Remove that weird glowing thing. My microphone's a bit loud. Is it clipping? La 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 la. Okay, let me know if that's any better. I've moved it down. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, telling it what to change. Remove that weird glowing thing. And what else? Let me know if the microphone's better now. And then what else could we do here? The sign is fine. I can move that. And make these signs just show username. Okay. Unrelated to coding, but AI should generally be avoided in creative spaces like art. It can definitely be a part of it, but definitely not fully integrated. I mean, it's defense. AI is known for being absolute crap at making structures in Roblox, so the fact that it even made that is crazy. I know. Why are you so against art having AI in it, because I know a lot of people actually despise the idea of AI art, and I'm curious why that is. I mean, I understand that you can just tell it looks garbage and low quality, and you can tell that there's been a lack of quality, but technically there should be nothing wrong with using it. Okay, apparently he's now fixed that up, so let's see. Okay, I think it's a little confused. I mean, let's help it out here. We can totally help it out, no problem. So that's the main spawn. I think that might be like a residual spawn. And we can actually just fix this up ourselves. I mean, the fact that it's been able to generate this fence is really impressive. I mean, really impressive actually, because I wonder if it's gone this from a model or if it's actually created it itself. I don't know where these weird parts are coming from. It must be some weird artifact or something. But I'll work on deleting all of these. They're all gone. And then we can group them nicely and even give them a nice title. And you know what? For something being AI generated, I can't even say that that is too bad. Because, I mean, with a little fixing up, this is essentially exactly what we need. Now, is it doing what I asked it to do? Because I defined a Claude MD earlier. And I said that it should add the children to the source/services. And I don't think it has. So you know what? I'm going to keep this. And we can just chuck it in a folder. So let's just keep it like that. Is there a hotkey to folder things like Control F or like... Because from Control G you can group things. But we can group it. Call it Garden Model 1. And then let's chuck it into server storage. And then let's see if Claude Code does anything better compared to the Cascade AI. Because I think the Cascade AI sits on Claude Code, but I'm not sure that means that it's necessarily very tied to using the Claude MD. Generate generate a smooth base plate, which is grass. And then add 3 gardens, which will be respective to 1 individual player. Make sure they're surrounded with a fence and an entrance. Add multiple quote-unquote flower beds and a sign to indicate which player's garden it is. Let's see if it does anything better in Claude Code, because if Claude Code makes something better, we can keep using Claude Code. And here it goes. I hope it follows my instructions in the Claude MD. What's going on here? Oh, thank you so much for the Euro, man. For some weird reason, my chat wasn't loading, so I just missed all of that. I'm so sorry. Let me just catch up. Blah, 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 blah. People hate AI art because it's trained off of real art and people think it's bad. Yeah, that's true, to be honest. If you think about it, a lot of AI art and AI tooling is actually just being stolen because they take it from open source posts, from open source repositories. They literally just steal things. So, you know, that's actually not alright. The AI can't design, bro. It's trained using text, not images, so it's using its brain and calculations to make what you want to look, but it failed because it didn't see how it was going to look like. Perhaps, but that's how a lot of things work, right? Like, that's how 3D printers don't have eyes, but they can make models. So, you know, you don't necessarily have to see in the sense that human sees to make good models. It's also about having a stronger understanding of the 3D workspace you're working in. Once again, thank you so much to Dizzy Sky for the Euro. I appreciate it. Hello, welcome if you're just tuning in. Why is my thingy doing that? AI is very dangerous. I have a team where we jailbreak AI to do dangerous stuff, and it's like really dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I think there needs to be laws implemented to control what the AI is doing. And you know what? This is better compared to Cascade, I'm not gonna lie. But it hasn't added it to the services, so... Okay, this is well and all, but could you remove the flowers from the flower bed, bracket, leaving them blank, and then add them to the /source/services so that they're indexed and we can refer to them in code. Yeah, AI is very complicated maths. But if you think about it like very how do you say it? Philosophically? What am I saying? You know what I mean. If you think about it like that, it's more of like a brain, right? It's trained like a human. And the matter of the fact is, we're essentially just very complicated machines that are biological. And our brain is also very mathematic, you know? It's just the fact is that our brains are also very low energy compared to AIs, which are also very high energy, on the contrary. I once saw a Roblox assistant coded game and it sucks so badly. That's a shame. Let's see what's going on then. I think it's generating here. I mean, this is definitely more tricky to debug. Definitely if you're not writing the code, I would agree that it's harder to follow along. Let's just allow it to write whenever it wants. And perfect. It's actually added the services now. Perfect. I don't know what this is here. This looks like it's to create parts maybe, but you know what? I'm not going to interfere here. I'm going to pretend like I have no idea what's going on. And it did do what we wanted it to do. I mean, look at this. For something that's completely AI generated, it's not terrible. If you learn about the inner workings of AI, it's based on probability and very distinct from the human being or human brain. On the surface level, it's sort of similar, but in depth, it's different. Yeah, I know. Is it still true that people or researchers don't fully understand how AI works? I'm just going to touch this up a little bit. Because I've heard a lot of talk about how people or how apparently researchers don't know how AI works, but apparently we've just gotten it to a state where it's good, but I'm not sure how truthful that is. Humans' brains can most of the time just start doodling and make art, but AI takes the prompt and basically searches for stuff made by humans. Yeah, it uses its training, doesn't it? I wonder if we could tell it to make it in a better folder. What model am I using? I think it's either Claude Sonnet or the one above it. I can't remember, but all the models we are using today are Claude models. Okay, perfect. Now let's see if we can ask it to make it more folderized. Make the workspace more organized, brackets, make sure to reflect changes in services .ts. We still don't understand how AI works, shame. By the way, if you guys are more interested on having conversations like this, you know, the Discord's open for people who want to join. Because I think we need to work on our community a little bit. Because I think we had a strong community with the forums, but I feel like we've archived the forums now, and I feel like we need to make a stronger community on our Discord. AI doesn't have creativity or meaning, it just generates something that matches the description of similar artwork. True, but isn't there also some randomness implemented, meaning it's not fully copied, but it's more inspired? Because you have to remember, the best way to make things as a human, in my opinion, is to take inspiration from things. Yeah. I mean, it's very complicated, and I'm sure there's more we can learn about AI and stuff. What model is this? Once again, this is either Claude Sonnet or Claude Haiku. I have the repository open, so we should be able to change. Also, what's going off here? Hopefully it fixes the TypeScript errors. I think it will do. And then I heard that knowing how to control Git is very important when you're vibe coding, because people can, or the AI, you can't undo things with the AI, right? Well, that's what I've heard. Suppose the forums are still up. Surprised, sorry, you mean? Yeah, me too, but it's a really good index for people. I mean, a really good archive for people to look at. Like, I think it still gets visits, and I think, for example, if you have a question and someone else asks it on the forums, it would be helpful to look. I mean, like, most of the art it generates is trained off human artwork. It doesn't take inspiration. Does Cascade only work for TS? What do you mean by that entirely? Oh, and it did folderize it. How is it? That's actually really impressive. Also, I don't know why I just laughed like that. This map's pretty big. Also, guys, I almost just swore there, but I realized I was on YouTube. But I actually hate this grass texture. Like, what on earth is this, man? This looks garbage. I'll tidy up the spawn location by turning off transparency and making it non-cancelled. Is it better to use like the smooth plastic here? In fact, make everything low poly style, please. But use wood texture for the fence. You just asked ChatGPT to make an image of a wine glass that's full. It just gave me a normal cup, lol. That maybe is the moderation kicking in. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I know. Like, what is that terrible, terrible grass texture? This MCP tooling seems to be really powerful, though. You can restore pre-2022 textures with an option under materials. Yeah, I heard about that, actually. Maybe that's not a terrible idea. I mean, it's just... I understand what they wanted to do. Oh, my God. Okay, never mind. This is way too... Let's change it. Let's ask it, but not tell it that it has to go to the new materials. So let's see if it's clever enough to figure out that we don't like the look of these materials. Go back to the styling we had, but I don't like the way grass looks. Can you use the grass that Roblox used to look like, question mark? And I'll be very impressed if it actually manages to do this. Actually, I'll be somewhat impressed. It's already proven to me that's very impressive, that I've had to do nothing and it's already made this, and it actually doesn't even look that terrible. So let's ask it again to fix that up. One issue here is that it's going to obviously keep making the signs wrong, so perhaps instead of fixing it ourselves, we're going to have to report to him that we fixed it. Oh god, I think it's because I have my laptop on the side with YouTube running Safari, so I think my chat keeps like messing up the sync. Okay, and now that is hopefully generating. Yeah, the grass literally just looks like mod. Is anybody here actually using AI fully in their workflow now to build Roblox games? Because I'm not really building Roblox games most of the time. That's not really what I do in my free time. But I like to help people with coding and stuff. So that's mostly while I do the YouTube. Yeah, the AI research is really useful, actually. I've used that before for school and also for like research in general. Yeah, that's a good idea, Sakuna. I was thinking of doing that. I wonder if this takes attachments. I'm gonna see. Do I have a photo I can use here? We can use the thumbnail. Does it take files? Copy. Oh, it does take files. And I think Claude Code takes files. Oh my god. Sakuna, you're a genius. You think it's a terrible idea to use AI in your workflow? Could you clarify why? Okay, this is not the old grass texture. So let's tell it, go back to 2022 materials. That's what it is, right, guys? Pre-2022 materials. And let's see if that does the job. I've used AI for a game for like 2 to 3 months, and I did most of the creative work for it, but the game didn't look half bad, but it just looked like the bare minimum of a working game. Thing is, though, people are obsessed about quality and stuff, but I feel like to have an enjoyable game, you don't necessarily, key point, necessarily need a highest quality game. Because think about Brookhaven. While it isn't maybe, you know, the most beautiful game or the game with the most elegant UI, it's a game that's reliable, that's first of it, and simple, and it's also a creative game. It allows people to do exactly what they want to do, and I think that's part of the power of these games. It's actually fun and not necessarily very high quality, though I do think Grow a Garden is a very high quality game. It's also crazy to think that there's people who've never played Roblox before playing Roblox just to use Grow a Garden. That's a pretty crazy thought. Oh my god. What the actual hell has it tried to do here? I mean, I like what it's done with the studs, so I'm not against that. But why has it added a Minecraft grass block for this? No. Remove that grass texture and just make it smooth plastic. Use normal Roblox wood for wood. And the dirt looks fine. I like the studs. How are you getting the AI to edit your game in real time? So I'm using tooling called Roblox TS, and then I'm using Rojo to sync any changes I make in this editor here over to Roblox Studio. Also, what on earth is this? I'm scared to expand this. My god. Yeah, maybe we should not let it use textures. But yeah, there we go. Much, much better. This is what I like to see. Okay, what is this? Hopefully it undoes that. That's good. Okay, perfect. Perfecto. And now is that all done? I only use AI and make a game high quality like doors. What is that texture on the fence? I have no clue. Weird fire texture. But now let's. I don't really know where to approach with the logic here. Should we tell it to add the UI for coins and stuff? Add a UI. Ooh, do you think we should try and get a picture of the Roblox of the Grow a Garden UI and give it to the AI? I feel like that would be quite funny. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get a picture of the thing here. Sorry, you're going to see black for a second while I hop into Grow a Garden. Roblox player. Okay, there we go. And let's hop into Grow a Garden. Grab a copy of the UI. Give it to the AI and see if it can do that. Just tell it to generate Grow a Garden. Yeah, but I feel like we got to be more specific with it, don't you think? Okay. Okay. I think I need to. Oh my god. I think I need to save that to my computer to get that to work. Okay, sorry, you guys are just seeing some terrible stuff right now. Okay, there we go. And let's tell it to add this AI. I mean, add this UI. So, bang. Copy image. Did that work? Oh, I think maybe it's only on the Mac or on the Linux where you can copy the photos. Okay, hold on. I'll just use this AI. Add UI like this. By the way, did you know Grow a Garden has an actual Wikipedia page? Well, it kind of deserves one, don't you think? 20 million players, 21 million players. Add UI like this. Make sure to reflect the changes in source/shared/services.ts. So let's just bullet point it for it. Add a points or a money indicator. Add a button to teleport to add a button, and then add the buttons on top. Add the buttons on top, and don't worry about adding any type of logic yet. And let's see if it does any good. I hope we don't have a great reset, like which might have happened in the past, because AIs are going to become overpowered and be doing all the complex tasks. I'm not sure about that. I mean, perhaps a lot of jobs are going to be replaced by robots. I mean, that's how it works. So, I mean, people compare it to the Industrial Revolution, but I don't think they're really comparable. I think this is arguably worse. But you know, I think that is quite complicated to think about, and it's definitely gonna affect people economically. I wonder what will happen if you ask the AI to explain Grow a Garden and then just put that description into Claude. That's an interesting idea. We could try that after. You need to be a skill at making prompts, so it's not really understanding about what you. Yeah, I know. You have to be quite good with making prompts, but I think they're also working on AI, which enhances your prompts or perhaps generates prompts, because the whole idea here is that it's going to be more accessible for people to use. By the way, are you guys getting ads on this live stream or are you not? I'm just curious to see what's going on there. Anyways, this is taking a while to process, and also notice in our last, for just what we've made, it cost $1.45. Like, that is quite substantial amounts of money for, you know, what is it? Just this, you know. Oh my god, that is not a button. I wanted UI buttons. Why are you adding? Oh, and AI errors. Rate limit exceeded for model. And that, as I was saying, it's so expensive. Yeah, that is so silly. I I thought you could paste photos into here. Can I drag and drop? I mean, I can try that. Claude Code. See, I've already ran out of models for Cascade. I should have done a pro account, shouldn't I? Bong. Use this photo as inspiration and make a graphical UI for showing how much money you have. A button to teleport to your garden. A button to teleport to the seller. And a button to teleport to a purchaser. And don't worry about adding logic yet. How much does Claude Code and MCP cost? So MCP is ran locally on your computer, so it doesn't actually cost anything. And Claude Code is very expensive. I think you can get a subscription for it, which is $20 a month. However, right now I'm just feeding it out of API credits. Yeah, I'll try that. Not newbie. Perhaps it will work. Use Cursor AI. It's 10 times better, and it's free. I'll have to use them, but unfortunately the other day I was trying to use them and they suspended my account for quote-unquote suspicious activity. So, you know, I'm going to have to revert that. Let's see here. File has not been read yet. Read it first. I also need to delete. I hope it doesn't get confused with the buttons that the other AI added. I'll just delete that. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Has anyone else used Cursor? Do they have any good things to say about it? Okay, yes, and don't ask to write. I should probably start committing some of this stuff. Okay, and then... Okay, hopefully it should be done. Let's see. Oh, has it done it in React? Okay, so it thinks it's done it in React, but there's a lot of problems. I mean, I would send it all to Cascade, but I can't because I'm out of credits. But let's see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I know how to fix this issue because I could just download the dependency, but would someone who's not vibing be knowing how to fix it? I use it all the time, but they change their pricing, so be careful with what model you use. What do you mean by that? Is it really easy to accidentally splurge and spend a ton of money? Let's just install the dependencies. I mean, this is still what vibe coding is, you know, it's not a perfect experience. Okay, all good here. Can we actually send the errors to Claude Code? I'm a bit of a Claude Code noob, it has to be says. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Nope, none of this. Can I just send it problems? No. Sucks. Right, okay. Fix the current bugs. Let's see if it's capable of just that. So for $20, you get $20 of credits, and some models will just eat all the credits right away. It happened to me. Yeah, that sucks. And still an issue with the AI stuff. It's really, really expensive. Incredibly expensive. Oh, so my Rojo crashed. That's annoying. Okay, and now hopefully it has the issues to fix here. Because, I mean, I'm trying to act like I'm someone who's never vibe coded, let alone coded before. I mean, this is, in all seriousness, my first vibe coding experience. Realistically, I could be writing VS Code right now. It's also funny how all of these, I don't know how good VS Code is with their AI tooling, because technically Cursor and all of this, they're just forks of VS Code, so, you know, maybe VS Code has some work to do on improving their AI tooling, but we'll have to see. And also, yeah, are you Roblox coding with your AI or are you doing other things? Because I'm curious what people who have experienced vibe coding on Roblox do. Okay. And hopefully it fixes these. I mean, I would show you guys, like, some of the Lovable stuff. I saw a video where some, like, guys remade Lovable really far. Yeah, Gemini CLI is free, but it also does cost money. And I found that Gemini CLI wasn't very good in my last video, if you watched that. Video suggestion. Do you think you'd be able to make a training board system for future videos, since there's not a lot of videos which cover this? By the way, it's for hotel games. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of moved past that. That's not really what I want to be doing on YouTube anymore. While I like helping people, is, you know, it's boring doing these tutorials for me. And also, I don't think it really develops a, you know, community. I mean, I want to be able to do videos where perhaps I'm making a story, or where we have a challenge to overcome, or I do experiments and stuff. I'm not really so keen on all of this tutorial stuff anymore. So did it make me some UI? I hope it just loads in when I join the game. Okay, nice. I mean, it's buttons after all, and I can't hate on it. Great. Now add a leaderboard, and make sure it saves, and introduce... Okay, that's way too many. Make sure it auto-saves. Then, what else can we do? Add a currency called... Guys, what's the Grow Garden currency called? For now, we can just call it coins. And make it show on the UI, which is responsible for showing the coins you have. I wonder if we put it into ChatGPT and tell it to enhance the prompt, if the results will be any better. In fact, let me just copy this. And I'm going to just shove it into ChatGPT on my browser. The prompt. You guys can't see this because close quarters. And let's see if it enhances the prompt. And I wonder if the results will be better. Shekels. Okay. It is not enhancing the prompt right now. It's just writing an essay. So let me tell it again. But if it's called shekels. Quen Code, I've heard about that. Is that available on Windows, or is that the extension for VS Code? Because there's also like Zen or Zod or whatever it's called. And apparently, okay, none of these AIs are enhancing the prompt for me. But apparently, it's quite good. But a lot of these the text editors aren't available on Mac. Aren't on Windows. I'm a tired guy. I keep misspeaking. Okay. Let's see if it does that. I'll be once again very impressed. I wonder if we gave it a huge task, and instead of decomposing it so much, it would be able to do it. We can try that on the next prompt. Oh wait, is the Quen Coder a wrapper for AI tooling? I can't remember. Welcome to the stream, developer Jameen. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, let's see here. Also, guys, do you think this is a good time to be doing streams, or do you think it's kind of a bad time because, like, people are in school and stuff? Anyways, what is this? He's still working on it. I mean, there has been some substantial content here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna... Can I generate this? Oh, okay. It's only for the pro tier. Add UI. Add map basics. Add leaderboard and some UI. Not the best commit message, but hey ho, we'll have to live with it. You know what? I think Insta-Kill-Brick will be best practice for that one. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but vibe coding does feel like a little boring. It feels a bit slow. But I should be more grateful, shouldn't I? No problem with the pronunciation? Perfect. But it does feel like a lot of sitting around and waiting for it to do its thing. I wonder how many credits I have in Anthropic. I'm going to check that right now. Okay, done. Let's see. Your player will start with 1,000 shekels and their progress will automatically be saved. Just what I want to hear. Bang, and it seems to be working. Great. Now we're going to give it quite a big prompt. Okay, so I need you to make a shop where you can buy seeds. You can buy a carrot seed, a tomato seed, and a watermelon seed. A carrot seed will cost 10 shekels. A tomato, we're in the UK. A tomato seed will cost 50 shekels, and a watermelon will cost 100. A carrot will earn you 50, and a seed will earn you. And a tomato will earn you 100, and a watermelon will earn you 200. Once you buy the seed, the cost will be deducted from your account, and you will receive the seed inside of your inventory. Make sure the seed is fitting and clearly indicates what plant it is, and make sure that their inventory is saved when they leave the game, meaning that they can't lose anything. Okay, that was one hell of a prompt, and let's see if it works here. I'm from the America, and it's 10 to 6 a.m. here, so it's probably not the greatest time to go live, in your opinion. Let's see if Claude Code is capable of doing a much bigger task here. I was also going to actually check how many credits I have left. Guys, I started this video with $5.80 of credits, and now everyone put your predictions in for how many credits I'm going to currently have. I want to hear what you guys think. I'm pulling up the amount here in the background. And there you go. You can see it's going through the jobs here. It's also going to be interesting how it approaches the... saving the inventory, because I know that's quite complicated. I just logged into the wrong console. Anthropic.com. Okay, so someone guesses $3, another person 43 cents, another person $6. Ooh, what AI am I using? I think this is a Claude Sonnet, if I recall correctly. Console.anthropic.com. Let me in. Enter my email. And let's see what it says. Okay. Okay, and the grand total, drum roll please, is... We have... Come on, load. Where do I see my usage? In pounds. Come on. What? It's not gonna say... Okay, I must be stupid right now. I cannot find how much credits I have. ChatGPT 5 is releasing in early August. It's already been tested right now by a developer. It's actually going to beat every AI and be the top one. That would be interesting. That would be crazy. It's not actually saying how many credits I've used. What is this? I must be blind or something. How do I see my remaining credits? This is so weird. Ah, limits. Here we go. Okay, bam. Grand total, $2.34. So we've lost around $3.60 of credits from the beginning. As you can see, it's debugging in the background. Also, thank you everybody who's currently viewing. As a token of appreciation, I'm going to gift you guys all some members. I'll send 5 lucky people a membership. So thank you very much for tuning in. Okay, the AI is still generating here. And you know what? I'll send out another 5 just so that everyone here gets one. Okay, and it's going to run a build just to make sure it hasn't debugged. Okay, huge bugs, my god. I'm also going to commit this where it's at. Should have done it before I asked it to do the next job, but hey ho, here we go. And very cool. Okay, he's fixing the inventory UI now. Watch ChatGPT 5 not be able to generate a simple pizza with cheese. Hopefully. Oh, why is it not going? Yep, there we go. And hopefully it keeps processing and processing. I mean, it's a weird process because, you know, I just feel like I'm sitting here doing nothing and watching it go. I don't feel very engaged in the brain. But then again, technically, you know, we're just making things for people. Well, technically, we're just making things and it's a different way of making it. God, so many bugs. This must have been an expensive run. Does anyone know if there's a way to get, like, the stats for Claude to come up? Because I think there is a way to do it. And anyways, heading over to studio here. It looks good here. I wonder what it's going to do for the shop. I think we told it to do the shop as a UI. Okay, system is functional. Let's see if this is true. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, what the hell is this? So the button to close the inventory is behind. The garden, yeah, that button doesn't work. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna have to tell it the inventory button shouldn't exist. Use the Roblox inventory instead, and also remove that weird background you have on all the modals. It's not needed. Just keep the background that comes with the modal. Feel like I'm testing my typing skills here. I'm currently making a mini tower obby while watching this live stream. Yeah, I was going to ask, what's everybody currently working on, guys? You can also share that in the Discord if you want to. Okay. Ooh, I just remembered something. Anyways, once again, this should still be going. And once we've then got that done, guys, I think we can wrap it up there. I mean, it's interesting. I think maybe I should do episodes for this. Also, what do you guys think of this? Do you think this would maybe work good as a video? I'm not sure yet. Maybe it'd be fun trying it as a video. It's something I have to see. Oh, also, what do you guys think of maybe doing podcasts with developers? I feel like that would actually be so cool. That's something on my bucket list. I might even make an announcement about that today. You can use TypeScript in Roblox, yes sir, with a powerful tool called Roblox TS, which actually then compiles the TypeScript code into Lua, but it doesn't matter because your TypeScript code will have obviously been valid, because then it can compile. But yeah, I definitely have to reach out to some people to see if I can secure some. Also, if you guys know any developers, let me know, and I want to see if I can put them on my list to contact. Big Games just got sold. How much money? I heard about that, actually. Because the Preston guy, he left, didn't he? It's not a matter of time. It's a lot of corporations now have their eyes on Roblox. I mean, it's been happening on YouTube for a while. You see people like Mr. Beast and the Clash Royale guy Jinxie. They're actually working with large corporations for that. Okay. Now let's see. This does take a while. Okay, another build. Here you go. Oh, yes, I'll allow it. I think we should just let it constantly build. And then hopefully once that's done, we'll have something that is somewhat working. Also, what's the quality like, guys? Is the stream quality good? Oh, Blox Fruits. I swear Blox Fruits, like, kind of went under, but I've never played that game before. Anyways, okay, it's done here, so let's see. Has it finally done what we wanted it to do? Shop. Good, 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 good. I like that. This is actually good. Is it scalable across all screens? Yeah, I'd imagine it is. Of course it is. And it's by carrot seed. Oh my god. And it functions. And we have different seeds. And we have a tiny logo, which is fine. I don't mind it. That is so good. That is so, so, so good. You know what? That is actually so impressive. So I think that's gonna mark the end of this live stream. I mean, it's been an hour, so thank you for coming in to this little live stream. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. And I think that's actually so cool. I think we should continue doing this. I feel like I should schedule another episode. But that is actually cool. That is really impressive. I didn't even know I'd be able to do that. It'd be cool if we could make it stack, but I feel like we should definitely make these episodes. So, thank you for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate everybody that came in. You forgot about... No, it does save money. If I leave, it should now save. Let's check. Please. Okay, it doesn't save. And our inventory doesn't save. Right, because API services aren't enabled. You see me? I'm catching ideas. Let's see now. If it doesn't work, shame, we'll fix it next time. Okay. And leave 960 shekels, and now let's rejoin. Okay, it doesn't work, but guys, you'll remember for me to fix it next time. Yeah. I'll do the system. I'll add more systems in the video in the episodes coming forward. So thank you everybody for tuning in. If you guys liked speaking, I'm gonna be on the Discord for a little bit after, so you can speak to me there in the general chat. That's in the about me of the channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you had fun, because I know I did. And let's get the music here. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye-bye. Oh, nope. I'm very rusty. Yep. Okay. Automatic off. Okay, yep. Bye-bye, everybody, and thank you for tuning in.